A big fan of writing a couple months ago, but now that I learned that writing really could be another outlet expressing how I feel or trying to tell my story, yeah, I really enjoy it now. Like I can write papers fluently now about me, just me. So writing really could tell a lot about a person, because can't everybody understand of what you're trying to say, just the words coming from your mouth, and people look at me differently. But when you put the words on the paper, they can tell a lot. They can understand better. They can relate. They can try to relate. They can understand all the trials and tribulations, all the ups and downs, all the downfalls, all the sacrifices I had to go through to get where I am now.
I like writing because you can go back and edit exactly what you want to say, whereas in real life you can mess up and trip up on words.
It's really important to think about the type of writing you're doing and whether you like it or not. I think personal narratives is a great opportunity to explore your writing, and I think a lot of people tend to like writing about themselves, but research papers I feel like people aren't all that into. So definitely I think focusing on your own personal narrative, your own story, has a lot more to draw from.
I like writing because you can express your feelings and you could also create something that you can't explain in words through a story or a poem or anything like that.
I dislike writing because it is a really long process. Before you start writing a paper, you must know your plan, an outline. Unlike if you was doing a math problem, you could just work through the steps and solve the problem. Before writing a paper, you must understand the prompt. You have to know what kind of paper you're writing and a lot of other sort of things. It can even sometimes take up to 3 rough drafts before you have a final paper.
In a lot of courses because it kind of gives students a way to express themselves rather than trying to say things out loud or you don't necessarily have a lot of time to think about it. You get to actually reflect and spend time on why certain processes worked or didn't work for you, certain events that may have happened that may have contributed to your success or failure. So I think writing is a really great reflective process and really beneficial to anyone that uses it.
Because it helps me to express what I think in words.
It's very expressive, okay? You put your thoughts, you could do it, but today it's not as easy because kids do the computers now, they do penmanship. We used to have penmanship. I had penmanship when I was in school, okay? And I think it was much better. You know what I'm saying? You get to write, you learn different just angles, and everybody's different, you know? And today, we don't have it in the schools like they.
I like writing sometimes, but not all the times. I like writing when it's like through a text message because I can keep it short and sweet.
I don't like writing because of all the essays I had to do in school.
All right, so I think writing is very helpful, not just to write papers about Shakespeare, but take rhetoric, for example. Rhetoric is something that can teach you how to analyze arguments or look at fallacies. And even though I'm an engineering major, I do believe that writing has a purpose in my major. Let's say you're gonna pitch a sales to someone. You gotta know how to make an argument and how to convince someone that your idea is the right idea.
I'm personally a fan of writing. I like writing, on my spare time, things like that. Especially poetry. I feel like poetry is a very unique style of writing, and you can write however you want without any restrictions. But writing comes in many forms. It can be formal or informal, and I feel like it allows for a person to be unique. No one person writes like another person, and you can look back on an old essay you wrote and just be like, wow, like I used to write like that, and see how you've advanced without even recognizing.
Writing because it lets me express myself, whereas I don't have to really talk, but I can still get what I want to say off my mind and off my chest.
I like writing because it's the easiest way to organize your thoughts.